Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nayri, also known as Wedding Fashion Expert. Today we are talking about wedding dress delivery dates and pricing, everything you need to know as you are planning the search for the perfect wedding dress. Before we get into it, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below. Let me know if there's any type of videos, content, information that you'd like to learn about. I am here for you, guiding you along the way, leading up to your special day. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so honored that you have found me. I am, of course, a wedding fashion expert, stylist, buyer, wearer of many different hats at Lovella Bridal. I have been in the industry for over a decade, totally and completely obsessed with what I do, and I truly love it. I am just so fortunate that I get to do this work every single day. Let's dive into it. So, everything that you need to know about delivery, lead times, pricing. Obviously, with COVID, with this pandemic, it's become a domino effect of the supply chain in many different industries. The wedding industry is not excluded from this. Pricing of everything has gone up. That includes wedding dresses. So when you begin the search for your bridal gown, and I have so many people asking me all the time, is it weird if I start searching for my dress 2 years before, a year and a half before? I'm not even engaged yet. Should I start searching for the dress? My advice to you is when you begin the search of the dress, be prepared to buy it. Gowns are getting discontinued because materials aren't available. This has always been a thing in bridal. This is not new. But when you begin that search, you want to be mentally prepared to pull the trigger, to say yes to the dress, to move forward with it. Because if not, then you're really just wasting everybody's time involved, including your own. Because imagine that you find a dress that you love, you don't purchase it, it's now discontinued, or there's a price increase, or delivery dates have been pushed back on it. That being said, when you begin your search, please be prepared to make the decision. Gown prices are going up. Everything in pricing wise is going up. So if you see it, the earlier you start the search, the better pricing that you're gonna get, because prices are only going to continue to inflate. It is just inevitable, it's where we're at, and it's how things are moving forward. In regards to pricing, negotiating and getting discounts on bridal gowns is just not a thing. And if a store offers it, I would be extremely cautious about this, because bridal stores are not supposed to discount. This is not something that we are allowed to do. Our designers don't allow it unless there is a special event and incentive that the designer has approved in store. Typically, discounting is not something that you want to look for in the bridal store that you are purchasing from. These can be signs of a business not going so well and desperation to make a sale. So if anything, you want to buy from a reputable store with a great reputation that has great relationships with their designers to ensure that you are getting an authentic designer gown in which you think that you are ordering. This is a really big deal. So if you're looking for a discount on a dress, my recommendation for any of you bargain shoppers out there is a sample sale purchase. What that means, I've done a whole video on it, so I will link that below for you. But essentially, you are buying the sample gown that brides are trying on. You are buying the floor model. So if you are a bargain hunter and you want a deal, that's the way to get a deal. Bridal gowns are by special order. That means once you place the order, the gown is being made for you. They don't have a plethora of stock dresses that are available for a quick ship. Moral of the story is you don't want to be negotiating on your bridal gown purchase. So keep that in mind as you're searching. Set a realistic budget and price point that you feel comfortable investing into your dress. Oftentimes I say set the budget, and if you search and you exhaust all options within that price point and you don't find the gown that you love, then you can justify a price increase in your budget, so that way it allows you to get the gown that you love and that you're not compromising on. Since gown prices are increasing, anything that you have heard of your friends who have bought dresses for a certain price, Those prices that you're accustomed to listening to from friends are no longer a thing. The dollar today is not buying you what it bought you 6 months ago to a year ago to 2 years ago. Things are changing quickly, and that being said, budgets also need to accommodate for that. I highly recommend calling stores and reaching out to the designers to see what collections are within what price range so that you can really educate and understand what the dollar buys you these days. Like I said, it's not just the bridal industry that's raising prices, it's within every industry. Pricing is going up everywhere, labor is getting more expensive, not to mention materials are hard to find these days, and also labor costs are just very, very high for everybody involved. That being said, be mindful of this, do your research, find out what is a feasible price point, and understand what the dollar really buys you before you set an investment price in stone for your wedding dress. Going into delivery dates, dresses, of course, because the manufacturing supply chain and the number of people working and having the ability to labor over these gowns has decreased due to the pandemic. There is a huge delay in wedding dresses. Not to create a panic in you at all, the sooner you can begin your search, the better. Most dresses take, on average, 6 to 8 months to order. You also want to leave a few months in for alterations. I'd like to point out here, please do not lie about your wedding date to your bridal store. This stresses us out. Be transparent. Be honest. I don't know what friend told you to lie to us or what online blog that you read, but a reputable bridal store is not going to miss your wedding date. Be honest about it. Be transparent so that they can best serve your needs. Also, the sooner you start shopping, the better. Ideally, you want to give yourself a year. Now, for those of you who are listening who don't have a year, please don't panic. You have options. We have designers who offer rushes, so you can pay additional money to receive a dress earlier. Not all gowns are available on a rush, and not all designers offer a rush. So what this means for you is that your options are just more limited if you don't give yourself a minimum 1 year to purchase your wedding dress. Like I mentioned before, when you start the search, be ready to make the decision. If you are beginning the search on the dress and then you're going to sleep on it and just wait and do all these things, that's not the way that you make a decision. You don't make a decision by sleeping on the decision of making your dress, and you don't make the decision based on zooming in on photos and overanalyzing a floor sample that doesn't even fit you properly. The way you make a decision is while you're in the dress. You're in it, you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you're feeling it, you're looking at the photos. It's a combination of everything. Another reason why I bring this up is because if you wait, dresses are getting discontinued. They are also having price increases. This isn't anything new. This has always been going on. It's just happening at a more rapid speed due to the pandemic and all the different factors that have come into play in the more recent months. I hope that this brings you clarity on delivery dates, pricing. You definitely do not want to negotiate, and you want to begin your search as early as possible to have as many options as you possibly can. And lastly, the dollar just does not buy you what it used to buy you. So again, what you saw in stores 6 months ago is not the pricing that you're going to find today. It varies, it changes, it's an ever revolving door. So the sooner you begin that search, the better. I hope that this video was helpful. I will see you in next week's video.